Hi, I am Rahul and today we are going to discuss the chapter The Ball Poem Summary. It is chapter 5th of First Flight, class 10th. So guys, this poem is written by John Berryman. I want to explain the poem stanza wise. So the first stanza is, what is the boy now who has lost his ball? What? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over there it is in water, merrily cheerful, bouncing, jumping up and down. So guys, the ball poem is written by John Berryman, and here he shows the grief of a boy when we all know that our childhood we all play with the balls, and this is the first grief the boy he experiences with the loss of the ball. And here the poet is talking about a boy who lost his ball. He wants to know about him and his reaction because he has lost his ball. He is sad, he is upset. That ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street. This means that when the ball escaped from boy's hand, जब वो हाथ से छूट जाता है, when the boy was playing with the ball and from the boy's hand it went into the street and later on it fell into the nearby river, which was the loss of the ball from the boy. And the poet he shows this event, which was the first event of the life of this boy. That's why that feels a lot of sadness, that feels a lot of grief in the heart of boy. We can say that bouncing over up and down in the street, it goes in the river. So now we talk about second stanza. Many of the literary devices are used in the first stanza: repetition, imagery, assonance. In second stanza, the poet says, second stanza, first we read what is the second stanza. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. In ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. So guys, the poet says that here there is no use to say, oh, there are other balls. Other balls are there is no value for that ball. And ultimate shaking grief, that the grief that fixes in the heart, that when the boy loses the ball, that grief which comes in the heart, which fixes in the heart of the boy. As he stands rigid, niras, ekdam rigid, and he trembles, his body trembles because of that dar, that dukh, and staring down, just staring down, that where that ball it goes in the river, it is lost in the water of that river, and he is unable to bring it out. And all his young days into the harbor where his ball went, I would not intrude on him. A dime another ball that is worthless for him. Another ball that is worthless. कोई काम नहीं है, बेकार है दूसरा बॉल उसके लिए. If someone will tell that it is the another ball for you, just leave that ball, let it to go away there in the water or river, that it is worthless to say such type of thing, and nobody can fix the heart of that boy. Nobody can bring out that grief from the heart of that boy. कोई नहीं उसके दुख को निकाल सकता, कोई नहीं फिर से उसको हैप्पी बना सकता. जो उसके साथ हुआ है, जो दुख उसने फील किया है, फर्स्ट टाइम there is the loss of the ball, that Now he senses first responsibility. एंड ये पहली बार है जब वो अपने चीजों को फील करता है. He feels that grief, he feels the sorrow that when someone loses something, that what sort of grief, what sort of dukh, what sort of sorrow that fixes the heart. So this was the first time he senses that. And guys, the poet says that there is no benefit of console to the boy, and we cannot say that we'll give you the other balls. No, it is worthless, because the value of that ball only, it was so valuable for that boy. And here we move to the third stanza of this poem. In a world of possessions, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always. Little boy, and no one buys a ball back. Money is external. Materialism is external. जो भौतिकवाद है, जो materialism है, जो money है, that cannot buy everything, that cannot buy the satisfaction of a human, that cannot buy the happiness for the human. पैसे से खुशी नहीं खरीदी जा सकती, पैसे से satisfaction नहीं खरीदा जा सकता. That is shown here by the poet John Barrymore in this poem. And no one buys a ball back. He is learning well behind his disparate eyes. उसके जो disparate eyes हैं, disparate here मतलब उदास, full of grief. Eyes are full of grief, and he is learning that he is experiencing that no, we have to we have to live with this sorrowful life. And the epistemology of loss, ये जो लॉस का एक प्रिंसिपल है, सिद्धांत है, ये एपिस्टेमोलॉजी है, दैट इज हाउ टू स्टैंड अप आफ्टर द लॉस ऑल्सो. दुख के बाद भी, बहुत बड़ी चीजों को खोने के बाद भी, फिर भी इंसान को खड़ा होना है. That he was learning there from that chapter. That boy, and knowing what every man must one day know. And he was also knowing that what every man must one day know. हम हर वो इंसान, everybody, we must know one day about it. That many things are there, many griefs are there, many sorrows are there. We have to experience, we have to tolerate here in the world. But after that also, we must stand like the mountain. Means our heart should be what? It should be hard. So guys, it was the summary of the ball poem chapter, and two important questions from the exam point of view I want to discuss. Why does the poet say I would not intrude on him? The poet does not want to intrude so that the boy can get a chance to learn a real truth of life. It is the truth of life. Death, sorrow, grief, loss, all these things happen there in the life of a human. That's why the poet says that. कि वो उसको भटकाना नहीं चाहते हैं. Let him to experience the thing. Let him to experience the reality of life. Let him to experience the truth of life. So, what does in the world of possessions means? So, in the world of possessions means that the world is full of materialistic things. Materialistic things are those things which bring comfort and luxury in the life. Another question, that what does the poet say the boy is learning from the loss of the boy? That the poet means that the boy will learn the real truth of life. वो सत्य को उसे स्वीकारना है. It is the truth of the life. It is the he has to believe there, and he will learn how to move on in the despite of incurring heavy losses after all. And everyone experiences this in his life when they lost either something or someone also. So, it's the summary of the poem. Thank you. If you have not subscribed my channel, subscribe it to get the latest videos. If you have any comment, put in the comment box. Thank you.